AV SuperFriends on Topic is an independent production wholly owned and operated by AV SuperFriends, LLC. For the highest quality recording of all of our shows, visit avsuperfriends.com. This is AV SuperFriends on Topic, a 30-minute monthly roundtable focused on a single topic. This discussion will be opinionated, to the point, and saturated with our well-known blend of painfully won expertise and deeply ingrained immaturity. For September 2026, yes, you heard me, September, it's the best sounding and most awkward, different type of microphone, whatever related podcast in higher ed. This is the AV SuperFriends on Topic, episode number 77. Yes, that's correct.
Didn't seem confident about that, sir.
I'm making it up as I go along because I forgot to write that. Broadcasting live across 3 time zones, and yet spanning the same amount of geographic space. From cornfields to coastlines, dodging potholes, dead zones, and suspiciously low clearance signs, I'm your navigator with no map, no plan, and absolutely no business holding this clipboard. I'm Chris Dector, and you're tuned in for another Friday afternoon podcast adventure with the AV SuperFriends. And let's say hello to that panel who, for those of you who haven't looked at it, everyone got a promotion.
Ooh. God.
I did see that. I was excited.
I can't find the notes because the notes are the wrong date, but I think I found them.
Well, it's episode 77 if you want to find the notes. Our first panelist coordinates AV, IT, facilities, networking, and support teams to ensure that after 14 meetings, everyone agrees that button should say on. He's a vice president of cross-functional button alignment from Kansas City. Say hello to Mr. Jamie Reinhart.
I was so excited to be vice president. I forgot about my title.
Well, our next panelist ensures that every learning space is fully operational before classes begin, except for the rooms that nobody mentioned until Thursday afternoon. He's a vice president of classroom technology expectation management from Corvallis, Oregon. Say hello, Mr. Mark Kolozinski.
Let's just lower that expectation level a little bit, and that will increase our success metrics.
Perfect. That's how you do it. Get those
Actually,
numbers up.
does work.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's a valid strategy, sir.
That's all day 2 stuff. This is
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that right now.
Our next panelist leads long-term refresh planning by identifying equipment that should have been replaced 3 fiscal years ago and is confidently just moving it into next year's budget. He's a vice president of deferred replacement strategy from Greensboro, North Carolina. Say hello to Mr. Larry Darling.
If it made it for 3 extra years, it'll make it for 4.
That is a real strategy, sir.
That's
real
legit.
as well. Yeah.
That's real.
Legit, sir. And our final panelist maintains the university's carefully documented AV standards and approves the completely unique exception required for every single project. He's a vice president of technology standards, governance, and reasonable variance from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Say hello to Mr. Justin Rexing.
I think that reasonable variance is 90% of my job.
Everything's a standard except for these things.
Right.
Everything's a standard, and then
Within reason.
standards.
I mean, let's not get
Within
carried away. Yeah.
someone's reasonable expectations, I guess.
Goes
When you
against the
read
whole
it, that would
math.
be-
thing,
Lower
though,
those
doesn't it?
expectations, sir. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
In a recent conversation I had, well, is this part of our standard? We don't really have those. And then about a half an hour later, that's not on our standard.
Show me the
Interesting.
standards document we keep talking about. Where are these standards wrote
You know
down
what?
at?
AVSF is going to make one giant standards document, and we'll just keep posting it on our website.
Justin, I'm going
Our
to send
standards.
you all the
That
standards.
thing's going to be longer than the Bible, man. Like, we
But
can't.
it will be the word. It's gonna,
It will be the word.
It's the evolution of
We're already
standards.
starting with bad jokes.
Alrighty, so on today's show, whoops, I just scrolled right past it.
boy, hold on tight.
On today's show, we're going to discuss the only way you should be deploying BYOM systems.
Uh-oh.
This is the only way to do
It's
it.
the word.
The
Yes.
one true correct
Going
way
in
to
the
do it.
standards
Are we
documentation.
still doing
after
the
today.
show we planned?
We are,
am I-
Justin. I just said that. That's what we're
Well,
doing.
I was confused, but okay, I just verifying here.
You're confused because I
You're
said
topic.
exactly what we talked about. So yes.
Well, I wasn't entirely sure how you phrased that, but let's move on.
Anyway, but first we have to do our little bit of housekeeping here. So if you're listening to this as recorded MP3, we do stream live on Fridays at about 3:15 Eastern, 12:15 Pacific, or whenever Mark finally shows up from whatever the heck he was doing right before the show.
Mark was here
you can-
first.
No, he was not.
I was late.
You can join us for that live on Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And if you can't join us live, we still want you to connect with us on the socials. You can follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, and YouTube to keep up with our latest updates and news. Please don't forget to spread the word. Share this podcast with your friends, colleagues, enemies, perfect strangers, anyone who might enjoy it. Find that person on campus who still knows where there's a VGA distribution amplifier mounted above the ceiling and make them listen because they have the knowledge we all need.
It's
you
what
want-
that extension cord goes to. That's over on the weird outlet.
Yeah, we just tucked it above the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't pay attention to that. What does that? It may run through a wall as well. If you want to support the show, please consider donating. Your contributions help us to keep bringing you the honest content that you love or love to hate, and you can find the donation link for that in the show notes or right at the top of our website. Every little bit helps us continue our important work of questioning decades of higher ed AV decisions and asking things like, why is this here? Who installed this? And most importantly, is this still plugged in? And remember, before removing any piece of mysterious equipment from a university AV system, take a picture, label the cables, and wait at least 10 minutes to see who comes running after you unplug that. And finally, while you're listening to this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever other platform you're on, please rate and review. Your rating or your feedback helps us to grow and reach more listeners, whether they like it or not. So thanks again for your support. We couldn't do this without your help.
It's working.
What's so funny, Mark?
Whether you like it or not, Justin, we've grown in our popularity due to some podcast polls. Yes. We saw metrics around this a couple weeks ago.
Metrics that we're now in front of other people who seem to have larger podcasts.
We are outliving the competition.
That's right.
I think that's what it is.
Well, there is something to be said for consistency.
It doesn't matter.
We're taking our vitamins.
Just take
We're
it.
still here.
Yeah. So on today's show, Justin, you brought this to us. You said, I've got something I want to discuss. I've got this project coming up, and this is kind of what we have to do. How do we want to do this? And so we're going to determine the one true way this must be done forever and ever again. Amen. Right?
So we have
no
to-
shit. Like,
we have
I
to
think
agree
I'm gonna
here.
Pick a winner. I'm gonna pick a winner and go with it based upon this.
That was
shit.
directly for you, Joe. Yes.
Wait, wait, wait.
100% what's
There's
going
no,
on there.
there's no winner. It's
There's
the
gonna be
one
a
way.
winner. There's
It's
always
the
a
one
winner.
way. We're all
It
going to
will-
agree.
It will.
That's
We
the same
never
thing,
agree.
Jamie.
Why would we do that?
Well, that's what Chris just said. It's the only way.
It's the only way.
the best way. It's
So,
the only way.
Setting,
I would say it's the best way. It's the only way.
setting the
What the
background
standard
here.
says.
We've got a new CRNA program that's putting in a.
All right, back up.
Hey, those are a lot of letters.
Certified.
What does that mean?
I actually don't.
Why
it's
do-
something
why
to
do we
with
care?
nurses, but they're in high demand right now. but it's a
Certified
certain
registered
level of
nursing
certification for
program.
nurses.
Assistant?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Certified
Nurses.
residential nursing assistant. I'm just making shit
No,
up.
sure.
That
That sounds
sounds
good.
legit though.
Close enough.
It's in the
That
document.
sounds.
I have
I
a feeling it
bet
has
that
nothing to
is
do with the
real.
actual topic. So let's continue on.
So
Right.
I'm
10 more
setting
minutes
the-
of this.
I'm setting the background here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So-
leave a tapestry for me here.
Can you take one step back and start with, so there I was.
There I was.
Getting my
waiting
blood
for that
drawn.
next project to hit, and it hit me. And so we meet with the client. They have a room going into Owensboro, Kentucky, which is about an hour away. They wanted to replicate the room that we're putting over at the medical center, which is down the road from us, which is part of our building. Part of that. That's a different conversation. Anyways, the idea here is to do a sort of traditional Zoom enabled type classroom with online
Traditional Zoom enabled?
learning-ish kind of whatever. So here's the deal. That doesn't matter. What matters is we got a camera in the back that's going to track the instructor up in the front. We have a
Attract them.
camera in the front that's going to sit still and do a wide shot of the audience.
Okay.
Here's the trick, and there's 5 different ways to do this, and I've mapped.
Oh, I
most
bet
of
No,
there's
them
no,
more
no,
out.
than
no.
5.
There is
Not
way more than
mistake.
5. But
One
let's
way.
get to the
7.
let's get to
I've
the
identified at least 4, and I'm
Okay.
exhausting.
what's the
Okay.
needs analysis here, man? Just
What-
give
yeah,
us
what-
the
I've already done
details.
the needs analysis. Just
You
hold
know-
on.
If this was
But
a
we
successful
don't.
endeavor, what would happen in here? Zoom's not the answer. Go.
No, it doesn't matter if it's Zoom or Teams. It just bear with me.
Yeah, it does. Because one of them sucks.
The whole thing is the instructors would like to bring in their laptops, plug in USB-C, and get the same experience as if you were using the room PC. So we're
Okay.
talking audio from the ceiling. We're
Did
actually
you
going to do
interpret
audio
that in
in
needs
this
analysis?
room.
Was that verbatim? I want to bring in my laptop and plug in this USB-C cable. Is that verbatim? That is the action that they must
That's
have.
where we got to. Yeah.
Instead of the perfectly good computer that's sitting.
Okay, what-
We talked about
Both, Larry.
We discussed the operation of starting the room PC, joining the laptop with that same Zoom or Teams meeting. That's no go. That's not happening. It's
That's
either
terrible.
or. And I need to kind of figure out what the best way to do this is. And there's the ecosystem way. We're not going to do that because you can go out and spend a crap ton of money on a single ecosystem and get to
got
where
it.
we need to go. What we're looking for is standards-based common protocols I don't care if that's NDI, SDI, how the control works.
Why are you bringing the network into
Yeah.
this?
Dante,
All right.
It
Hold
doesn't
on.
matter to me. The
Ideally,
goal
you
is
would
to
have.
well, hold on. The goal is to get the same experience on the laptop as the PC. And some of the other questions are we switch? How are the cameras switching? Is it manual? Is it through the web interface? Is it through the touch panel / button panel? Is it automatic? And how does that exactly work? And we could talk specific product here. I don't know if the cameras matter a whole lot, but otherwise we're looking at standards-based protocols, Larry.
Did they give you a budget? Because that
No,
determines
not a
which
budget
one
yet.
of the
We're-
multiple ways we go.
The budget
By the way,
is
on
fine.
the budget thing, real quick, one of the last projects I had before I left UW was, oh, no, don't worry about the budget. We have plenty.
And then they didn't have plenty.
They don't have plenty.
Plenty is not a number.
$1,000 to make this work.
So
$1,000 some
there's-
people's plenty, but
There's a number, and I went through all the scenarios except for the
I don't care about the
ecosystem
number.
scenario. Let's stay away from that. That is one option. I understand that. We'll just spec this one manufacturer for everything. I don't, we can get into that in a different.
you're a
show.
consultant.
Exactly. So, round robin here. I know there might be other questions. We don't want to get into the weeds on design and all this stuff. They've got a confidence monitor for the instructor, main single display for the students. And what I'm battling in my head is that same experience, laptop, computer in the room.
What?
In
That doesn't
essence,
seem that hard.
in essence,
It's not hard.
these
There's-
two things should be
freaking
able to
free-
simultaneously call each other and simultaneously use the same equipment.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
You want the PC and the laptop to use all the same equipment, but it's almost simultaneous. There's not a switcher in there.
I didn't say the same equipment. There can be.
Why not? Why is there not a switcher in there?
This is the topic. This is why
Should
we're
not
doing
be
the
a
show.
This is
switcher in
here,
there.
and here
Why-
we are.
why?
We have gotten to the problem space. All right.
Do you not
Simultaneous.
want them
Why
both
do
working
you
at the same time?
why do
Why
you
not?
want that to happen? That's a singularity.
One person
Yeah.
at a time.
You're gonna end the universe
Let's
there, Jamie.
let's
Don't do that.
merge this bastard and go.
You
Map
got
it out in
that
your head,
Kansas
Jamie.
City money. There's no reason to do that.
I've been doing
All
this
that
for years,
barbecue
so
money?
this is easy.
So where is your concept of diving into this? What tools are you using to design this? Which way would you go? What's the
I wouldn't
what's
even
the
be in
wiener?
design. I'm still parsing through the ask here.
Don't worry about the ask, Mark.
No, because you've defined. I have this room that has a computer, but overwhelmingly, all people want to come in and use their laptop. Both of those
It's-
are not
it's
two
split
realities that are
50-50.
the same thing.
It's split 50-50. Half the teachers want to use the computer, half the teachers have their laptop. It's a problem. I'm trying to
What is
design
it that
around
you,
it.
Fight
you
it
still
out.
haven't
That's
defined
okay.
what I haven't identified an emerging use case that defines either one of those things as needing to be the hosting mechanism. Like, you haven't defined enough that wanting to use my laptop and inject this cable into it because I'm more comfortable with my thing is not a use case that says you must design around this.
We're past that.
Are you?
I tried.
Should you be?
That's not the conversation.
So you're just going to accommodate shit you shouldn't
The
accommodate,
task is what the task is right now.
which is
We went over this a few times.
So, Justin, let me
And-
see if I can translate for you.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
you're asking is fundamentally, regardless of who's teaching or what they're doing in the space, they want the same experience, same conferencing experience, whether they log into the installed computer or they bring their own device, bring their own meeting.
Nearly the same exact setup process,
Mhm.
which takes out what I wanted to do. Start the meeting on the room PC, have any laptop join, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. Like,
yeah.
That's
Done.
out. We're not doing that. I understand.
Okay.
Right. I get it. So this is why it's a challenge. We're trying to figure out one way to do this in both rooms. Teachers are going to be moving between cities, teaching. So it needs to be
Wait,
Never-
they have to do
Similar.
this while they're driving?
no.
yes.
They're going to be in the room. They just
Take the system with them.
focus on the
Kentucky, I'm
app.
not sure what's happening over there.
Focus
Bring your
on
own
what we're
device,
trying to
not
solve
bring-
for. So going back to Jamie's comment, map out in your head how we're doing this.
Mhm. So if you're holding a gun to my head and saying we have to do this, is what you're telling me. We have to accommodate
This is the show.
installed
This is why we're
PC,
challenging
and we
it.
must accommodate full BYOM at the laptop level. Have we
And the
defined that?
USB-C, just so we're all on the same page
So-
with.
I just want to say,
It needs It needs to charge.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
needs to have Ethernet.
Yeah.
Okay. It needs to do
Oh, wait, let me check
the
these.
camera
Wait.
ingest,
Time.
and it needs to do the microphone
Time.
ingest.
You can't call time.
Why
That's how
does
this
it need
works.
to have
I'll stop the
Ethernet?
clock. Hold on.
Larry, we're past the
I'm
why.
not- I know.
We
I
just
wonder
went through
why
this
it has to have
before.
Ethernet. Don't you have wireless for the laptop?
Fine, forget Ethernet.
Okay, great. Now I'm back on board. We can do.
Well,
Okay.
the Ethernet thing, actually, that struck me too. I don't know if the solution I was thinking of actually does that, so I'm checking.
Yeah,
So-
mine doesn't. So.
The one solution in my head was the docking station, which makes Ethernet easy.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
no,
one
that's a-
solution. Okay, I get it. We'll shovel that over here. What's next? What
Well-
is Jamie? Going back to what you were originally saying until you're rudely interrupted.
Yeah, I've been doing this for years.
What?
Several different versions of
Doing
it,
what?
right?
What-
This exact
what?
thing. And so usually it's like, so there's a DSP there, right?
Okay.
It has the USB to the local computer. Then I use
Okay.
NDI for all the cameras. So it has a little NDI to USB widget factory that switches.
So
right?
where are you doing your switching at? Where would the user be doing the camera switch?
Well, there's either a touch panel.
Okay,
Where-
so you're not doing it through Zoom. You're doing it through a touch
No,
panel, so
because-
it's switching the cameras over some API through
Right.
NDI widgetry.
Right.
Got it.
Because
Okay.
we're not using Zoom rooms in most
Right.
of those places. It's just regular old,
Okay.
plain old Zoom. And that
This
way I don't
was
have to
one of the
deal with-
options that was on my plate to try.
And
So you're
then-
saying you
So
don't ever
what are you doing
offer
with the
application
audio?
level switching of cameras in your scenario, Jamie?
most of the time, no.
Okay, just making
Because normally when
Most
we
of
get
the
this,
time.
yeah, when we get in this situation, there's some struggle bus about going, and especially with NDI, there's some struggle bus about going down to the camera icon and switching the camera. Where if they just touch the touch panel, it says "See me, see them."
Okay.
It's just easier. I also have physical buttons. Remember, I put arcade buttons on my thing, and they just hit
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Where
Right?
are you bringing in your Dante audio for microphones? What are you doing for that?
Into the DSP
That's
and then-
connected to the PC.
with over USB, right?
Where's
And
the
then
laptop?
The laptop connection, there is a dock for the laptop,
Oh.
and it has
Here we go.
another. It can either take, if I use like I've done this several different ways. I have another NDI widget that's pulling the, because you can plug analog audio right into that thing, and it will.
You do an analog from DSP into
You
the
can.
NDI USB ingest.
I've also used the BYOM product, and I like to put in the UBTs because you can name them. So
Okay.
I would take the computer, the USB out of the BYOM directly to the room PC because I control that. Take the UBT that I can name and make it available to the laptop, and then get the video to go that way.
What Jamie explained is like my option 4.
Right now, I wouldn't do any of that. I'd buy 2 of those Genie
You know, genies, which is something I want to
and be done.
What do you mean be done? Explain it. What do you
Well,
mean?
one goes to the PC because it rips the Dante audio off the processor, it rips the NDI off the network, and then the other one can go into a dock or something, some kind of little connector deal to. The power is what makes the
Or
dock.
are you still running your USB from the DSP directly to the computer? Or are you buying
No,
two
at that
Inno
point,
Genies
I would do 2 Genies.
to
That's
keep it
12.
standardized,
That's
so it's
$1,200
the
bucks.
Same experience.
How
It's
much
$1,200
power
bucks.
did those provide?
Huh?
How
See,
much
that's the
power
problem.
did those provide?
The power is the problem, right?
Mhm.
So with the power, you almost have to have a dock.
You got to have an injector.
I have the power figured out.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to
Larry,
have the
you
power.
go.
The injector.
For me, and I've used this product in a very similar scenario, the DTP Crosspoint 4.2.
Oh, fuck.
I'm saying it works. It allows me to provide a laptop with 100 watts and all the devices over USB. And then I can't do them both at the same time, but I can switch it and it works.
A 4x2?
It is a 4x2 that does switch USB reliably.
Larry, what are you using for switching cameras?
For the cameras, I would probably do the Genie or the Magewell. Like one of
So you
those
still
two,
have to
bring
have the
NDI in to that, and then
Right, but I mean, someone
got
still
it.
has to go to like Zoom or Teams and switch the camera, right?
Right.
No, you can control those, or you can do the Genie.
Okay, so you're
through
driving
touch
through the
panel.
control system then.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I usually try to control that through the control system because then if I want to use sound triggered controls, I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to use, it's just, again, we have this thing where people don't like to go down to the Zoom camera thing and switch cameras. They would rather just touch the.
Interesting.
Again, we've been building them like this for years, so they're more accustomed to reaching up and going, "Look at me, look at them," and that's literally what it says. Look at me, look at them.
No, I like front camera, rear camera, and then you have to think, wait, is that the camera?
Right.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Then
what
they
that
have to think. So I say, "See me, see them."
is. Mark,
Mark, don't.
I hate all.
Don't.
Of
if you were
the-
forced into this bucket,
I want to just go on the record and say no off the bat. No, pick one or the other. But
if you were forced
I
into
would
this,
dabble down the road of probably doing
Sure.
something along the line of like the new visionary stuff. One dedicated to the PC, one dedicated for laptop, my USB-C for both of those things. Bring those pieces in, ingest them, and switch them to AV over IP. That way would probably be the way I would set down. I don't know if it's 100% accurate and going to get me there, but I would keep everything in the USB 2.0 domain, which rules out all 3.0 cameras. I'm not going to do any 3.0 cameras,
No.
right? And so I'm going to drive some of that way. But I would elegantly try to solve it with those types of tools that allows me to virtually switch those pieces to bring them into each one of those encode decodes. Similar to Larry, you're not going to get both. Right, you're going to have one or the other into that domain. And
we're not
would
asking for
probably-
both to work at the same time.
programmatically, that's going to be in my common room controls. When I select that mode, if I'm in installed PC or laptop, that whole infrastructure is going to swing and only be available with that thing at that moment.
So what's your camera transport? And don't say USB extension.
No,
No one does that.
no. I could probably stomach using typical SDI still. I'm coming back to us.
You're still on SDI, and then you're going.
I would
where
dabble
you-
in NDI world.
Mark,
where
Mark on the
Jamie's at,
same
but-
in the same visionary ecosystem, you could drop
could
that
do
into
it,
an encoder or a decoder, and have
Yes,
that
you could
re-encode
ingest
the
it right there,
USB.
but you'd have to make sure you're ingesting the 2.0 and not letting the camera get into.
No, it's only
3.0
two.
Are
domain.
you saying put a AV over IP endpoint at each camera?
potentially if you want.
You
Potentially.
don't have to.
You don't have to. You just got to get that USB into wherever your decode may be. You said you already have a confidence monitor, so I'm going to say that's at the back camera location. Don't you?
So I could just
fucking take
piggyback
away
off
from me.
that one.
It's there,
Yeah.
and so it's back
That's
there.
how it works.
Yes. And so
No, you hang it mid-room, Chris.
No, I mean
extend
that's where the
everything over to
decoder is. So
Visionary
you use the
Was
Yeah.
option 2 to handle that backbone and do it all over AV
I
over
like
IP.
what I'm seeing. Like I can pull enough out of that like kit there to build that out. In like on paper, it's penciling out for me correct. I mean, we have to make sure all the Legos are the right format here, but that's where I'm leaning towards this and using that mechanism. If I had to do this, which I don't, but if I had to,
And wouldn't.
this is what I would. Yes, this is where
Well,
I'm going.
This is why we're talking
This,
about it.
but this is why it sucks that we can't get some of these softwares into an enterprise ready computer environment. Because if you can have the NDI or pick your flavor virtual driver, and you can have the Dante virtual driver right there on all the computers, we're not talking about any of this
Well-
crap. It's just
Well-
it's in.
I would probably opt, honestly, to be in the room scenarios where I would probably want this to land if I had
I
to pick
know,
one.
It's just not.
And I know, but I mean, I'll put an installed computer in that room scenario. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
if you really want to have an installed computer, you could still do that. But
So another thought that I haven't gone down is the research of, does it make sense to do Dante audio and video here?
It's still
But
the
you're on a
decode.
private island.
No,
Like, can you
I
even
think
do that?
no, I think like the Turtle AV products
you could do
to
it.
do that
I
Dante
think
AV
you're in
all
that
the
same
way around. I think
philosophical
you're in.
approach. Yeah, you're still in that.
I
same
could do
approach.
all that through. That was another option I had to do this. So we're on
Because-
5 options already.
You can also because you can run it right off the Dante AV enabled cameras already.
And
It's
that's still
Dante
one USB
controller.
connection if I can send Dante audio and video.
Correct.
So
It is worth. I just haven't done it yet.
I mean,
So
you could always take
I don't
the-
have enough familiarity with Dante AV to know.
So
Yeah,
Justin, you
yet.
could always take whatever camera
Yet.
you're using and inject audio at the camera, and then you have a single stream with audio
Yep,
and video
and
on
it's-
it. So that's an option too. So
But I like to expose everything as like one-stop shop the best I can, right? I don't want people, well,
Yeah.
you got to choose this for your in and this for your
Yep,
out and
yep.
blah, 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 because now you
Agreed.
have this,
one device. Yeah.
rigmarole. Yeah, it's got to be
Agreed.
one identity.
I want
Yep.
it named. I want it to look at the thing and go, oh, it says room 12 audio, room 12 video. I'm in.
Correct.
Let's go. That's
All
why
right.
I don't switch at Zoom.
Justin, question for you on a bit of clarification. How many was there? One display in this room, or you had 2 displays?
2, one for confidence, one for primary.
No,
student.
but it's a single output.
Oh,
you're
it's
not, you're
the
not
same.
dual display. You have one at the back of the room, one at the front of the room.
Correct. We're not. Those images will be identical always.
Right.
Okay.
Because
right.
that's what
That-
changed some of the
that
structure
solves,
for me.
That solves
Now,
my issue there.
unless the user decides to extend,
Well,
then
should they be
No.
identical?
That's on
Should
them.
they be?
It could work because you have.
I like people on one and content on the other, but that's
you
just
can
me.
extend it and do that, and that's part of
Right.
the training. So you can have
To
your
encode.
laptop as
But not all laptop input devices will do that. They'll
Right.
they'll
It
mirror
starts to get
everything,
brittle
so.
when you start getting these.
Correct.
Anyway, so that does add a bit of a wrinkle, but I'm pretty sure I can still do this 100% off the network, not with network. I'm going to do it all baseband HD base T because fight me.
you're going to do base.
Mm.
Oh, I haven't.
I
thought of
was
this
too.
Option. All right.
Yeah, Larry
Let's
was
go,
technically
Chris.
HD
Larry was
base T
close,
domain.
but I'm going to go
Wrong.
one step below that.
Ooh,
Oh,
even
this is where
dirtier?
Western. Yeah, this is where we like it. One step below.
I'm going, and I'm going to do this for $900.
Okay.
Okay, survey says.
Liberty,
You're
Huck, Liberty,
gonna go the
Huck
Huck route, huh?
Huck 42.
I can see it.
Okay.
This is if you've not looked at this, and for anyone out there listening, get a hold of two of these. They're $450 a piece, transmitter receiver. It's a pair. It is USB, or it's a HD base T between them. One box at your table, one box. It's designed for conference rooms. One box at the display. The PC is at the front of the room display, wherever it is, where God intended it to be. There's dual inputs. You can run dual outputs if you'd like to. And then now, if you're going to extend a second loop, and I've done this, you put a cheapy HD base T extender on the second display and fire that to the other end of the room. Everybody's happy. It has USB ingest for any device you want, whatever cameras you're using, whatever mics you're using. I'm just going to say, I don't care. You pick, get it to USB because it has to end up in the computer anyway. So regardless of what you're doing that because, like Jamie said, you can't run the application level things for these. So at some point, you're converting those devices back to USB. Plug that into the Huck 42 set. It now exposes that to the laptop on the other end, and the laptop, you get a bonus on this one for you. USB-C for the laptop with 60-watt charging. Not ideal, but it gets the job done. Plus HDMI and USB for old school laptops, and it's auto switches, no control system needed. It auto switches reliably between the computer and both laptops, so you get 3 device inputs on this, 2 laptops, 1 computer, and it switches all those USB devices super clean.
It does
So
do that.
that was one of the options. That was, I don't know, remember what number, but I just didn't classify that as HD base T, even though it is. I was
That's what it
thinking
is,
of
yeah.
Liberty widgetry kind of option.
And at a former institution, and they will soon to be appearing here, I've deployed probably 20 of those. And they
And you're
work
switching
fine.
cameras with it.
It's kind of that HD base T
'Cause you have to have
mixed
2
with
cameras,
a dock.
right?
So
So
here's
here's
where
the
the-
whole thing.
So
Your
here's where the camera
transport
switching
is-
thing, I can do it 2 ways. There are 3 ways, actually. One is 4 ways, 3 ways, 4, whatever, multiple ways. One, I do Jamie's favorite method of tell them to go down and click the button in the application. That's free, and most people understand that, except apparently if you live in Missouri, which pointed anathema to them. Anyway, if you're not good with that, okay,
It's mouse
fine.
hunting. Nobody wants to mouse hunt.
That's up to them. It's their device. Hey, they're bringing their device. They can use their freaking mouse. So, if they're not comfortable with that and they want some sort of physical input, the Huck 42 has the ability to have a local touch panel running on it, and it's basically a TCP/IP socket, so you can run it on almost anything. So it's kind of interesting way to play it there. It does have IP and 232 control of the switchers if you wanted to do that to actually switch.
I was going to say I
the
can
potential
control that
inputs.
with Crestron or QSYS either
Correct.
way.
Yes.
Correct.
Or you use one of those outboard devices to do some automatic switching. So depending on, say, the microphone you're using, if it can get positional activity or presets or whatever, so maybe like one of those Nureva bars or something like that with a little Inogene magic switcher sort of dealy. So if you want to add some widgetry on top of that, then you could have it auto switch based on that. So,
Nureva.
yeah.
You know what all this sounds like, Justin? It's out of the budget of your...
Yeah, what is your
Yeah,
budget?
this all feels like it's out of the domain of
Because
possible.
mine was
No,
$900
not
bucks.
this one.
So
Not this one. This one has a budget. I don't know what it is, but it was adequate.
It
It was adequate for all 4 or 5 options.
Yeah.
Of these philosophical approaches have given you, which one would fit your current support structure?
Yeah.
Well, so that's a good question. I like the visionary option, but we don't use visionary currently.
do now.
That's not a huge deal. I don't know. Maybe it is. I also like the Inogene method with NDI.
That's the one I would want to
kinda
have
like
the
that.
toys to play with the
You're-
most.
Mark,
is
you're saying
those.
you want that one to be.
I
the
want
solution.
that one, but like I feel like I'm leaning towards the
I mentioned
visionary
it with yes, because I'm in the same. I mentioned it because in my brain that's the way it works, but haven't done it yet.
And COVID does have that really good power injector. So in theory, you could hook that up to the power injector and still get power to the
That's a
laptop.
good point. Yeah.
No, I
That's
didn't
how
think
I
of
would do it. I
that.
would pass that right through and just inject it right there.
Yeah. This is why we have these shows, Larry.
Is it why we have these shows? Sure.
All we've really told everybody is none of us agree on any of this. There's 100
No,
ways to do
this
it.
It's a standard. We're gonna
This
craft
is my
the standard.
brain
We're not leaving
fighting
here until we're done.
amongst
Justin
themselves,
said
like-
he was going to award. He was going to pick
Hey.
a winner.
Less money, less boxes. Figure it out.
That's the problem. I got.
These
so
are the things you
I'm
have to like,
designing.
when the new
I'm
thing comes
designing
along,
a
you're like,
different
I want
room
that.
right now for a couple other campuses, and this is going to start. My design process is going to start in a couple weeks, so
New
I
standard.
still have time to think about my approach before I start sketching
Yeah.
crap out on paper.
I think what really it's like if my solution is a bolt-on to what an already complete system is anyway, right? So it makes it a little bit easier. But if you weren't going to do a full-size DSP, if you're not going to do a full video switching
We're probably
rig,
going to do a. We're
right?
probably going to do a
They-
flex 8 in each room. more
Yeah,
than
then
likely.
it makes more sense to do it some other way, right? Because mine is like, well, this is my standard kit, and this is a $1,200 bolt-on, and I've done it. I've solved your problem, but it was $24,000 of the rest that you have to have in place.
See? Kansas City money. I told you.
Yeah.
Is that tasty
Well,
part-
Jamie, you're not
powers?
wrong. You could very quickly stay. I'm going to stay within my comfort zone ecosystem,
What is
Right.
the
and
budget?
suddenly end up with a $50,0and conference room.
Let me tell you what the budget is.
Yeah,
Hold on.
and,
Yeah,
and
that'd
that's
be
why
helpful. Again,
that's my
$900
caveat is
I was gonna say as least as possible.
I'm like 3 times.
This one,
for Christmas.
this is one of those new
$900
programs.
bucks.
They're wanting to do things right.
But
they got money.
$900.
but all of this it's just it is
Just
just
for that one piece, though, sir.
it is irritating
You
as
still
shit.
have to
that we
buy
just
the
can't
displays
use
and
the
cameras
software.
regardless.
Correct. I think we're gonna carry all those costs together, no matter what solution we're gonna have.
Just if we could
It
only
looks
just
like-
use the software. Damn it! All you software people, figure it out.
Just set all the PCs to run admin all the time in the DMZ, and so many problems are solved.
Man.
Why is this so difficult?
Like-
to find
Yeah,
a
why is
budget
this a
on?
problem?
The Dante
Jamie,
software and
keep in mind
the
that
NDI software just
the
fixes
software solution raises a wrinkle here for the BYOD
Oh.
or BYOM scenario. Because
Okay.
step one for all these users is, go
I
install
know.
NDI Director, and
Nope.
I have about
it. I know it's not.
$66,000 to $70,000 for both rooms.
$900.
Oh.
Not a
bucks.
problem. Mine
You're
will
good.
work all day
You're
long.
golden. Pick one.
Told you. I mean, like the
Yeah.
budget's not the problem. It's
I
like
mean, Larry's
I
throwing
wanna
top
make it
dollar at you.
complex.
I'm not throwing top dollar.
I don't want to make it complex. It needs to be easily supportable.
Wait,
It needs to have standards
No,
based.
there is nothing about this that's not complex. Sir, like when you're in this domain, you're
Not
doing the best of all these
not
scenarios.
complex to the end user. It's going to
Okay.
be what it is. They don't. The end user and the teachers. It just needs to fucking work. So
Can I interest you in USB extenders?
no,
Yes.
no.
The magic ones.
no.
Justin, what's the rest of the room look like? Is it a is
The
it
rooms
like
are different shapes.
Is
concrete.
it,
Oh.
it's not a conference. I was going to say it's a conference room.
The
or
room in
classroom?
Owensboro was set up like the traditional 2 monitors in the back, 2 monitors in the front. The room-to-room
Is it
conferencing,
traditional,
and
2 in
all
the
the
back, 2 in the
technology's
front?
been stripped.
Yeah, the H323 people plus content crap.
Yeah, and all the tech's been
The way it's
stripped.
supposed to be
All
done.
the rough ends and electrical's still there, so that's like perfect to do whatever I need to. The other room at our medical center complex is not great for
Don't
this,
trust that coplet.
but it's a long bowling alley.
Lean into the mic,
conference room
Cam. Lean into the mic.
Yeah, can't get up on
is
that mic.
that is going to be turned into like a classroom style with new furniture, so that's more of an overhaul.
But you said it's a long bowling alley. How are they going to do a
It's-
classroom? One
I'm
row,
gonna have
or
to
one,
use one of
one,
the long walls.
one row of desks all the way back.
Well, I'm gonna have to use one of the long walls and turn it
30 of them.
sideways, and so
Ugh.
the students are going to be,
Oh, not
really
only 2 rows,
wide.
but they're really wide.
wide seating, but
Gross.
Like the bariatric
four,
chairs?
4 rows deep, maybe. So that's kind of what it is. I don't know.
So
That sounds terrible. Don't teach in that room.
but we got to the bottom of it. I mean, nothing else. We all agreed.
So you guys don't
No,
do
it's-
this 2 monitors everywhere?
us.
2 monitors all over the place.
No, we don't.
Every
Talking
way
about
you look,
displays in the room or
Sometimes.
monitors on a desktop. What are we talking about?
all the above.
Why
Like
would
your
you do
confidence
that?
monitors, you only do 1. You don't do 2.
Yeah, because you're
No.
only getting one feed out anyway.
Are you doing
No, you
dual
get
connection
2.
from your computer all the
Well,
time?
no. I mean,
get
I
dual
get
all
what
the
Jamie's saying. If you have
I get dual all
two-
the time.
If you have 2 displays in the front of your room, I always have 2 displays
That
on the
barbecue
right.
dollars again. How'd that work?
So even if it's a single projector up front, I always have the dual displays at the desk. So there's dual displays as a
Okay,
confidence.
I thought you meant
Okay,
you have one
that
display at the
is-
front of the room and 2 at the back. Just
That is just
Right.
Crazy Town, Missouri,
Right.
Jamie stuff. Right
I
there.
would agree with
That's
Justin completely on this.
No, this way you can have the gallery on one, and you can have because
You can still do
PowerPoint
that with one monitor on extended, Jamie, and then
Power-
allow.
PowerPoint loves to take over your full screen. It doesn't like to run in a window.
Well,
So when
maybe
you
Power-
share it, it takes over the whole screen. So now to go change anything with Zoom or see the gallery, you've got to switch views.
Are you
Bro,
asking
no.
just because? Are your local monitors direct connected, or tell me they're hooked to a decoder?
No, they're not hooked to a decoder.
Okay,
Why would you
thank
do
God.
that?
I thought you were into some elaborate matrixing going on for that.
No. Matrixing still. It's left
Yeah,
right.
on the
Wherever you
front-
look, it's left right.
he only has one encoder at the lectern, but in
So
front
what-
of that is a
what's
64
your-
by 64 matrix.
What's your video card in these computers?
Whatever comes with it. You only need 2 outputs. What else do you need?
So one's going
But I
to one.
just said you only need one output.
whoa.
What's happening?
No.
You have
No.
4.
You just conflicted. Yeah.
No.
but based on what you said, Larry, thank you. You need 4 outputs.
right.
Larry does math.
Well, you
I know.
only
So,
have 2. So
If
these
you have a
rooms don't work.
4x4 switcher in there, or you have
Oh,
like the
Jesus.
What the hell's going on now?
if you have the visionaries where you get 3 in, 2 out, right? Now you're done.
But
You're
that's only
covered.
one stream on the outside, though.
Okay. So you have 2 of them.
Ah.
It's still cheaper than Larry's. It's still
No,
cheaper
it's-
than Larry's. Oh, it is. How much is that thing?
What the Matrix
much is
switcher
that
I was
thing?
talking about?
Yeah.
I get it for about 35-ish.
Great. I just spent $2,600. And I got all of it.
With a lot more
We-
complexity.
No way. It's network
$900
cable. You
bucks.
plug in a PoE
And
network
From
cable.
an instructional standpoint, what happens if I don't want my students to see my notes on the back screen?
So
What? Those are secrets.
what are you hiding?
I'm not
What are you
hiding anything.
hiding?
I'm just saying my
What are you hiding?
my solution gives the instructor the choice. Yours doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It says show left, show right.
Not on
Hey,
the back
a minute
screen,
ago
you
it
just
was
said they're always
show me,
there.
show them.
Wait,
That's the camera.
oh,
But on the back,
hell,
so
oh.
you can
What?
show left,
How
show
many
right. You
show
can
buttons you
overtake
got
it.
on your touch panels? What's going on here?
Oh,
You
you
got
should
like 50
see. You
buttons
should
on
see
there,
the
don't
one
you?
that says "Show this."
No, I'll show you.
This is
Please,
not where I thought
please
this
tell
was
me
gonna
you
go.
have a way to do this with 2 arcade buttons, depending on how quickly they click.
Actually,
It's
you
a
can.
sequence. Get a hold.
Left,
Yes.
right, left,
Yes.
left, right,
Up, down,
left,
up,
right,
down.
up. Damn it!
AB select start.
Do I?
Yeah, can you do the up, down, left, right, BA select start? You get 3 extra.
You know,
lives with that
if
one.
you walk through Jamie's
If
school,
it drawn out,
through
you
the
guys would look
hallway,
at it and go,
it
"Oh,
sounds like an arcade.
that makes
show.
sense."
it probably sounds like an arcade, and everybody's playing Pac-Man.
I've been inspired by my trip to Vegas over the summer, and then all of the ads on the streaming services now for those games.
Mhm.
So from now on out, it's going to have fast-moving graphics with loud chimes and dings and rings, and it's going to just randomly say, "You won!"
Nice.
Apparently, that's what people want. So I'm in.
Want to be winners? You're not wrong.
I'm in. The whack-a-mole's done. We're not doing whack-a-mole anymore.
No?
We're doing
Okay.
casino level room.
Tall screens with buttons.
Right.
Mortal
I'm with you.
Kombat.
And it's just got to flash pictures. You don't know what they mean. It just tells you if you lose or win.
It's
This
Oh,
is getting
sorry,
off
you
the rails,
lose.
like-
letterboard digital signage things. You can have those throughout the
No, I want that personally. I don't need that in a classroom.
I want to get back to real conversation.
Yeah, who's
Okay.
the winner?
Yeah, where we at here?
Who won?
I think it's a tie.
$900.
What do you mean it's a tie? There's no
I think I'm
ties.
gonna. I think
Is it
it's
soccer?
Well,
you said you had
I gotta-
Justin. You said you had $60,000 for this.
For
You
two
could-
rooms.
you could-
For
you
two
could-
rooms.
you could
30
buy-
grand each. He's good.
You could buy
30,
60 of my
35
solutions.
each. That's
Still
just
have no
AV.
displays to show.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
right. You
Anyway.
could buy that many of your
Yeah. So
solutions,
which
Chris,
way are
and
you?
in, in
Justin,
2
which way are you
years
leaning
you'd have to
here?
replace them all.
I'm leaning towards
I think
either
Black Magic is
visionary
Liberty.
or Inogene methods with some NDI mixed in.
You just made up your own thing.
Sprinkle that
No, with the,
NDI
with
around.
the Inigenie, it's NDI.
Yeah, it's
Like,
NDI.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to try the
RTSP here.
Dante video audio thing yet. Like maybe I can.
Oh, I'm really intrigued.
Maybe do you think I should try it and just see what
Yes.
happens?
You should.
Yes.
Is that the wiener?
You try it.
I'm really intrigued.
Really?
I am.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Do both.
So this is gonna
Couple it for the win.
Coppolit for a win. No, Coppolet's not gonna win. So I think I might. Damn it! I think I might try to design this with.
You know,
A
you
Dante
put it together,
video
and
and audio.
next week I want you to come back and give me the side-by-side dollar
I'm not
comparison.
doing it
'cause I
next
wanna see-
week. I got.
You're going to do the homework
You're
over the
doing it
weekend,
right
sir?
now.
Yeah.
Actually, the next on topic is 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks.
The rough to mitt.
I
The
don't-
ROM on this.
Just has to be a ROM, Justin. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a wag.
Could be a swag.
Okay, I might be able to squeeze that in. That was sooner than expected. And then
Atlas
we can
will
do a
that.
follow
Don't
up on
worry
this
about it.
and see
Yes.
what.
I
happens.
mean,
Yes.
you could paper draw this out and know what the pricing is. I'm more interested in when you get the test kit because you got to know it works.
I'm not. No, we
You
don't.
want you
can't
to
take
join
my
this
word for it. I do
meeting.
some
I
We
wacky
don't need
shit.
test kits.
Put that on a network island. Guarantee it works because it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well,
If the specs say what they say, and I roll with it, man. It's fine.
That's
am-
thinking like a consultant.
Yeah, I have
we're
made
gonna
that mistake.
cowboy this stuff.
okay.
Specs say it does it.
Yeah, should be fine.
Put 80 of them in your new nursing
I
building.
called them and asked them, "Does this do this?" They said yes, so I bought 100.
No, that's
No,
different.
no, you spec'd 100.
That's
Yes.
different. You don't call salespeople and they'll always say yes, and then
That's the
now you're
job.
not. You're up.
Puts
shit
money in my
creek.
account, sir. It sure does.
All right. So are we at a point where you're comfortable moving forward with some solution that was
Yeah, I'm going to
presented
try.
to
I'm
declare
going
a
to
winner?
experiment with the Dante. I don't know if I like it yet or not, but it'll probably end up being. If I were to guess, based upon the homework and exercises I'm going to do,
No, you
That
you
it's
move
gonna
forward based on
be-
what you learned here today, sir. What your homework is irrelevant to this conversation. You got to make a choice after right now.
you all were supposed to sell me on this shit. You did a terrible job.
$900.
They all work. It's just whichever one you want to do.
Exactly.
That's what you're gonna have to live with.
Mine's
team
not on
firm.
the network. Guaranteed reliability.
Ooh,
Is it?
ooh.
Mine works all the time.
That USB option is not on the network either. I wouldn't go as far as guaranteed reliability.
I work on network islands here, so anything on the network is on our network, and I can.
All right, let me
control that
rephrase.
as well.
Mine doesn't involve networking.
In that
Yeah,
case,
Guaranteed reliability.
visionary all day, multicast the shit out of it.
I think Visionary versus the NDI Inigenie thing.
Well, if it's on the regular network, let's get after it.
What do you mean regular network?
Enterprise.
Okay.
Enterprise, the big network.
The not your router
The
network.
big network.
The one where you said it's not isolated, it just goes everywhere, and watch everybody go,
Everywhere.
"Why does my email go really slow right now?"
Must be these new cameras.
But hey, you might want that camera 17 buildings over.
Yeah, but we
Yes.
don't.
Overflow.
That's effectively what this is.
So I had that conversation with
We're
somebody the
doing
other day
with
about
Zoom. Good.
the-
These are in
the
different
reason- the
cities. so
reason
we leverage
people-
Zoom and Teams for that shit.
right, and the reason people like this concept of all devices on the enterprise is because of overflow. And Justin, you're exactly right. Someone said they got their request. I'm like, that's what Zoom is for, and they were like,
Yeah,
mind blown. So
I have purposely set up some of these to take Zoom out of the question and just beam right from one to the other.
yeah,
I'm not running that over Dark 5. I'm not. I mean,
Come
I
on,
could,
man.
I'm not.
Grow
I'm
a
not
pair,
doing that.
get it, grow a pair,
Uh-uh.
prove
Live
it.
dangerously. man.
Prove it.
Get in there.
We leased that from city to city for our campuses. I'm not doing that. That's no.
Jeez.
They don't need that real time information.
Oh, they do.
It's not.
It happened-
It's
it
not
happened-
real time. There's
Happened
like
4 seconds ago.
Yeah,
there's just a barely a little bit of latency on full bandwidth, and you're good. 2110 that crap, no problem. Good after
If
it.
they can't see
boy.
each other, 2 seconds
talk
late doesn't matter.
clocks.
So.
Yeah, set up a broadcast.
V2.
It's just
Set up a whole
10G. Don't worry
broadcast
about
studio.
it. Go for
Yeah,
it.
all of that.
I set everything to be the grandmaster. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
How many
Yeah, I
how many
think,
how many master clocks do you want?
I think the Inigenie
One more.
method allows
Well,
us
there's like
to
8 more now.
possibly do a docking station with charging and
God.
wired Ethernet.
You keep going back to that. That's-
Take that docking station and yeet that into the nearest waterway.
They work fine.
Why don't you like docking stations?
Because docking stations, despite being quote unquote standard
Security
space for
concern.
PCs, They don't always work the exact same way on all devices.
I mean, just
There are
wildly throwing that wired network out through that USB to somebody who may or may not be affiliated.
don't put
with
the
your
network out there.
That
Yeah,
is like
the network is
wildly
no-go.
risky.
Doesn't matter. Give it to them.
Give it to
They can plug into the wall. What's the difference? Plug it.
You
Go
cannot
anything,
plug it
no.
into the wall.
The
They're not gonna
docking
get anything.
station allows that LAN to just anyways.
Just
Gross.
exposes it.
It's good to go. Just
All right, are we kind
We
of
got
at a
there.
consensus-ish point here that we're gonna roll out and see what Justin comes up with? Is that the
Mhm.
plan?
We'll come
Yeah,
back
I
to
think
it.
that's
They
where
should
we're
use
at.
PC.
We're
I
gonna
think
wait for
you all-
everybody to yell at
It
us.
should be a
I-
Zoom room. You all know that should be, and let's just move on from
I
there.
think you all
That's a Teams
demotivated
room.
me,
It's definitely
and
not
now I'm
gonna-
going to have more analysis paralysis on this.
Yeah, but you know what
But I'm gonna
you
start.
know what your heart wants in this, Justin. Just go there.
I don't know what my heart wants. I don't really.
Google
I'm like you,
Meetup.
Mark. Like I'm in this dirty bucket of filth, and I got to work my way out of it. And
Wow.
Just like you, Mark.
just like you.
Why are you
around
building
here.
Teams rooms?
But Mark gets to say, no, we're not building that. We're going to do this in a Teams room. I don't get that luxury.
hey, just lean into it, brother.
You said you're trying to get out of dirty buckets of filth, and you're talking about Teams rooms.
Well,
they have to do
like
the same
the
thing?
easy way is to do a Team Zoom room or
It is
Zoom
definitely
enabled
not
room.
Teams.
Just keep
The
it
easy way is
basic
not Teams.
and have the laptop just join the same call, but like
Oh.
whatever.
By the way,
Roll outta
Larry,
here.
I was
Roll outta
expecting you to
here.
bring it up, and you didn't. Yeah, I'll roll out here in like 3 seconds. Where's our ClickShare?
Oh.
Why would I bring that up?
Is Larry the ClickShare guy?
Yeah, somebody's
It's the
screaming.
running
"Yeah,
gag."
These wireless appliances do USB.
Oh yeah,
I can share my meeting.
do something.
Thanks for putting up with yet another episode of AV SuperFriends On Topic. You can contact us with questions, topic ideas, or general complaints at avsuperfriends.com.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
The opinions expressed by the AV SuperFriends are solely those of the individuals and do not represent their respective institutions, organizations, companies, or clients.
$900.